Tres Marias offers a timeless taste of the Mexican countryside. Travel 28.5 miles north and you'll end up in Xochimilco, a bustling suburb of Mexico City and one of Bill Esparza's favorite places.
You know, right here in the city, you get the indigenous culture.
It reminds me of what this city really is all about, which is water.
Xochimilco was once an island on a giant freshwater lake. The Mexica built their capital 15 miles north on another island guided by a divine spiritual vision. Lake Texcoco, however, was a swampy saltwater marshland. Xochimilco, a flourishing village, was quickly conquered and soon became the Aztecs' breadbasket.
This is beautiful, pristine product.
Yeah.
Farmers would transport their goods via a sophisticated canal system to the capital. Now, their descendants bring their produce to the neighborhood market.
One of my favorite parts of this market, bar none. It's unbelievable, an art form.
Mole is a dish predating even the Aztecs. There are over 300 types of moles in common use today, but the reality is there are limitless combinations.
There's the huasonle.
And they just take the entire sheaf of herby vegetables.
The stem and all.
Huazontle is a close cousin to the wild greens in Ruby's tlatecadas. They've been battered, fried, and doused in a homemade almond mole.
Yes. This is the stuff. God, it's so gorgeous. And you see piles of it in the market everywhere. It's so sweet and delicious tasting. It's my new favorite vegetable.
These wild greens, so full of complex, bitter, sweet, and floral flavors, are a testament to traditional farming over factory-grown produce.
This almond one with these vegetables is just crazy good. The cheese, the greens, you know.
It's a wonderful compliment.
You're hard-pressed to find this anywhere else but here.
That is amazing. The Aztecs ate pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
You can follow the Aztecs from this market back to their ancient farms that are more sophisticated than many modern agribusinesses.
This is crazy. Gorgeous.
Nothing but flowers and songs of sorrow are left, where once we saw warriors and wise men. By the time the Spanish arrived, Tenochtitlan was one of the world's largest and most sophisticated cities. In order to feed their growing population, the Aztecs built over 35 square miles of artificial islands in Lake Xochimilco that served as farms. These islands, called chinampas, were created from the fertile soil of the lake and could be cultivated year-round.
People who come to Mexico City don't understand the Aztecs built on a lake and created a canal system.
When Spain finished its conquest, they didn't say, let's keep it this way because this is a great, efficient system. It's sustainable.
Yeah. Well, they had no idea.
No.
When floods inundated the new colonial capital, the Spanish drained the surrounding lakes and canals, changing the landscape forever.
There's commercial traffic, but then you see a farmer bringing stuff back to the little piece of land that he farms. It's just breathtaking.
Only 1,200 acres remain of what was once a system of waterways that far surpassed medieval Venice.
And you had a superior technology here.
Pedro Capultitla and his brother Filipe have been farming these waters for untold generations. They grow 7 seasonal crops from their family's heirloom seeds, employing age-old Aztec methods that are still innovative and efficient. Eco-friendly and outstanding, the broccoli, kale, cauliflower, chard, spinach, onions, and radishes are all grown with extreme care.
Look at what they grow here. It's just mind-boggling.
Con el mismo sistema de los aztecas, ese es el mismo sistema que se maneja. Cambian los implementos, los utensilios, pero la técnica sigue siendo la misma, la básica.
The brothers rely on the nutrient-rich mud from the bottom of the lake to plant their seedlings.
This is how you make the most fertile soil. You put something in here and it's gonna explode out of the ground.
The lake mulch is so rich that crops grow at an accelerated rate, and digging up the mud also ensures that the surrounding waters don't stagnate.
Pedro, is this 1 month?
Sí.
This is crazy. Gorgeous.
This small farm is 100% sustainable, using water that's seeped up through the mud, a little manpower, and all natural fertilizer.
How many in each hole?
¿Cuánto necesita poner?
5, 8.
They're having you put more because they just don't want you to mess up.
Well, that's correct.
después de esto se tapa,
Tapa con-
con este abono de caballo.
Well, there we go. There's the fertilizer.
Once the seedlings are sprouted, they're transplanted into drier, firmer soil, and the next crop will take their place.
Mom needs an onion, so she just comes and picks one.
Tiene otro sabor.
Eat the other half of that. It's sweet at the beginning. And then all of that sulfuric power just hits you like a freight train. And then it has like that radishy bitterness.
It's being close to your food.
This is a symphony.
This farm is currently tended by 3 generations. The children help out in the fields, while Mom and Grandma cook the daily harvest and sell the rest at the Xochimilco market.
And if your kids are going to play in the mud, this is the best way to do it.
The best. You come out and you see how much heart and soul and family and history and tradition goes into growing the food you eat, and you have a lot more respect for the food that's on the table.
These last remaining farms provide a large-scale solution to many problems that plague our modern world: pollution, waste, and wetland preservation. Today, it's also given us lunch.
This
Yeah.
is ancient world cooking.
Tlapiques are traditional tamales, corn husks filled with a small freshwater white fish similar to tilapia, along with onion, chile, tomatillo, and cilantro, then wrapped in corn and roasted in and on top of the fire. Mixte mole is a stew made from canal fish and seasoned with cactus paddles, tomatillos, and epazote, a leafy, earthy, fragrant green. Several salads, from avocado salad with quilites, wild greens, to fava beans and homemade cheese, round out the meal.
That's the ticket right there. It's like the centerfold in a food magazine.
That's Mexican style right there. This is the utensil.
Yep.
Este es el tenedor, cuchara, todo.
The fish in the tortilla is just amazing. Wow. The perfume from the burnt husks and those tomatillos and onions have just seared themselves into the skin. It's as good as food gets. Oh my God. Grab a spoon, buddy. That's gonna blow your mind. Am I right?
We're beyond Mole 101 at this point.
This mole is just salty and green and fishy and
Yeah.
amazing.
This food is born out of a true family effort and an ancestral tie to this land and its crops. It's even more inspiring to see that these pre-colonial customs will be carried on.
Are you going to take over the family business here? See? Bravo.
Pero también que los hijos sigan con lo que dejamos, o sea, que sigan con la tradición, porque ya no hay, ya somos pocos los que somos chinamperos, ya hay pocos.
You know what we say where I'm from? We say, God bless this food and the hands that made it. And in this case, it's the hands that grew it and made it.
Gracias.